All right, what up, YouTube family? I got you guys tuning in. Those who will be able to tune in, come on in, come on in, come on in. All right, and we also have in our chat room, 100 and something people. They're piling in. So continue to pile in. Text your family, get people in. We got 1 minute before we start. I'm getting in and I'm getting out because I want to spend the afternoon with my wife and chill. I haven't even slept, y'all. I really haven't. I haven't even slept last night. I've been up all night. Okay, hey, Germany is in the house. Yay, YouTube family. We got Germany in the house. Some others are joining. Thanks, Desmond. I ain't trying to be the best teacher. I'm trying to be the most informative teacher because, again, some stuff just never gets said. But I really appreciate the comment. Florida's in the house. Cali's in the house. Ireland is in the house. We got the UK in the house. Sudan is in the house. Okay, we got people from all over the world tuning in. Kentucky is in the house. I'm reading from my YouTube family, y'all. Y'all who's in the in the other chat room right here on the camera with me on this one. I can't see where you're from, but y'all know, you know. Slovenia, Philly, Michigan is in the house. DC is in the house. What's up? North Dakota is in the house. Tennessee is in the house. All right, cool. All right, now here's the deal. Y'all know me. I hate being late. I hate being late. So the first thing I'm going to do is stick to my word and start on time because I want to get in and get out. This is not normal. Okay, Botswana, Belgium is in the house. Nigeria is in the house. I'm seeing comments here. Okay, South Africa, very good. All right, let's get started because again, this is not normal. Okay, this is not normal. Please, please, please get something to write with because I'm actually, and I'm gonna tell y'all right off the top, I am scared beyond measure. Now, I know as a child of God, I'm not supposed to be. I told God I'm not. I've been arguing with God. God, I'm not supposed to be afraid, but the truth is, I'm afraid. Okay, I'm afraid. I'm calling this meeting because this is critically important and I've never done this before. So if I make any mistakes, I apologize ahead of time. It's nothing personal, but I'm here to bless you guys with some information. Okay. So please, 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 if you got family members, whatever, this ain't about trying to promote Super Easy Forex or nothing. This is just to help you guys with information that I just shared with my own children last night. Okay. But literally, I haven't slept but maybe an hour. Okay, so if I make any mistakes as I'm going through this, I apologize. I wrote myself some notes to stick to the point. Let me do this, if it will allow me. Let me start sharing my screen. Let me do this. It'll allow me to start with this one, and I'll start sharing that. And then I'll go ahead and I'll record this. I'll go ahead and hit the record. Okay. So you guys couldn't hear it because I'm not taking any comments. I'm just going to go through the information I have and you do what you will want it with it. It's your business. Okay. But I love you guys enough to come in and tell you what's been going on. So let me start first step by step. Number one, let me tell you who I am. Number one, they call me Uncle P from Super Easy Forex. Okay. Also in the group. Now, if you're on my YouTube channel, you're not going to be able to see my screen, but those who have the link, who's already family members of the Super Easy Forex family, you have the link. Let me do my test. Type a number 3 in the box if you can see me, hear me, and see my screen. Okay, Alex, thanks. Thanks, Vincent. Okay, thank you guys. Cool. So for those who do have the link, who's in the Super Easy Forex family, you literally are going to see the articles. You're going to see everything that I know somebody didn't just tell me to hurry up. What the hell? Bro, you can go. You don't have to be here. I ain't taking no disrespect. That's one of the reasons why I don't do certain things. I keep quiet. Y'all hear what I'm saying? Because disrespectful people, I ain't tolerating that foolery. I'm here to bless your family. If you think I ain't in no hurry, I'm talking to somebody in this YouTube channel. Y'all see why I closed out all comments in YouTube? Because you know me. I don't tolerate disrespect. I'm here on my Sunday to do something to help your family. Now, if you in a hurry, get the hell on. Get the hell on. Don't come at me crooked, bro. I don't know who you are. Okay? Now, let's get back to business. This is for real. Because I told you I ain't even slept all night long, afraid just to even share this stuff. So let me tell you who I am and what I do. What I actually do, and you all who are in the Super Easy Forex family, you know we look at charts and predict what we potentially can see happen. So what happened is I told you guys months ago, a few months ago, I said the Dow Jones Industrial Average is going to drop. Now, I'm not talking to everybody who's tuned in. I'm not trying to talk about charts. I'm just telling you, leading up to what I have to tell you, and then you go on and enjoy your day. But I warned you guys months ago on YouTube in recordings. I said that the Dow was going to drop. Why is this important? Why did I tell everybody? Because your 401ks, your IRAs, and everything else is tied to that. And I was concerned for each and every person. I am not a financial advisor, so I'm not trying to give financial advice. But what I said was, if it was me, I would start locking in some profits. Here's what happened. I thought I made a mistake because the market continued to go up. So I said nothing about it since then. But as those who's in the group, you can clearly see exactly what happened, okay? Now, why is that important? Number one, let me say, I'm just a black guy with a baseball hat. I'm not Nostradamus. I ain't no prophet. I ain't no this and that. But what I'm about to share with you is critically important to help you with your family, just in case. Now, here's what transpired. About 3 weeks ago, I was hanging out with my wife, and I had a conversation with her. And I said, babe, I know this coronavirus stuff is going on and da-da-da. And I said, babe, here's what I think is about to happen. And I'm going to tell you guys step by step what I told her 3 weeks ago, 3 or 4 weeks ago. I said, babe, here's what I think is going to happen. Here's number one. I said, first of all, we just met, and those who's in the Super Easy Forex group, you know, I even mentioned this to you guys over several of the classes over the last several weeks. So I'm telling you step by step what I see that could potentially happen even further than what has already occurred, because I'm so afraid of what has already happened. I didn't know it was going to happen this fast, but everything literally step by step has happened. That's why I'm calling this emergency meeting. Okay? Because if I was right on everything that I've already said, the next things that I'm seeing that could potentially happen causes me even more fear than what has already happened. And if, as you guys being in the Super Easy Forex family worldwide, I don't want the stuff to catch us by surprise. Okay? That's why I'm calling this meeting. It's scary to be correct in bad situations, but I've been correct too many times. And let me tell you step by step what I told my wife. And then those who's on the link, I'm going to pull over the articles to show you proof of what everything that I told her 3 to 4 weeks ago. Everything is happening every single day as we're going on. It's happening. It's so fast. I'm really scared. That's why I had a meeting with my children. I have grown children, and I had a conference call with them to help them get prepared. So here's what I told her. I said, babe, the U.S.-China trade war that we had finally resolved with this coronavirus, I said it doesn't even make sense, because at the end of the day, if we cannot obtain our goods and services from these other countries to where we just got done signing trade deals with, what was the trade deal going to do for us? Not only China, that was the big one, but we also had a trade war with Mexico and some of the other countries to which I can't remember off the top of my head, but we signed trade deals with all these countries to solidify goods and services coming in and out. The coronavirus hit, and I'm looking at two cameras because your guys are on YouTube channel, and then I have the live channel here. So I'm sorry about me going back and forth. But the truth of the matter is that what happened was we had ended up signing these deals with these countries. But the problem is, and I told her, I said, hold on, there's going to be a problem, because yeah, that's great. We signed these deals, but if these countries are shutting down their borders and we're shutting down our borders, how are we going to get our goods and services? Okay. Yeah. Osama. Yeah. Canada was one of them. Yeah. Canada was another one. Okay. But these countries are now shutting down their borders. Okay. All right. Now, number two, I told her, I said, those in our trade group, I told them the feds, which those who are seeing this here last week, when the feds came out and said, we're going to put money into the market to lift the market up. I said, how is that going to solve the problem about the coronavirus? Because I don't care how much money you shove in front of my face. At the end of the day, if I'm afraid to cough or be near anybody or to do business with these countries, the problem is that no matter how much money you flash in front of me, it's not going to make a difference. Are you guys understanding what I'm saying? In the chat room, type a number 1 if you understand what I'm saying. Some of you guys, you know I've been talking about this. Okay, this is no joke to me. I'm really afraid about what I'm about to tell you. Okay, so here it is on the charts in front of you. This is the US 30, which is the Dow Jones. The announcement came up. You can see this green candle, and we were in class when this happened, live in class last week, I think it was. And then as soon as that happened, look at what happened next. The sell-off, exactly like I told you guys. Because there's no way that the feds or any of these governments talking about they're going to lower interest rates and to buoy up the economy. And let me caution you guys, every single person who's tuning in to me, hear me freaking good. Now, do what you want. It's your money, your pocketbook, your family. I don't give a darn. Listen or don't listen, whatever. My job is just to tell you what I'm seeing, and you do what you want with it. And again, I'm not an economist. I'm just a black guy with a baseball hat. What I do is I look at the natural flow of what can potentially happen after a big event takes place. That's what I do. So I start looking at the projected actions that can take place. Okay, so what happens is they buoy up the economy by lowering interest rates. And what that means is that, okay, if you are considering buying a house or a car and you are thinking about holding off, in a crisis, what they will do sometimes is lower interest rates to entice you to start doing what? Spend your money to get the economy rolling again in a crisis. But the question is that the wisest thing to do right now in a crisis? Okay? So I don't care what they're talking about. And I told you guys this in the trading group last week. And look what happened. Market sold right back off. Okay? Here's number two. Number three. I said businesses are going to, I told all this to my wife. I ain't say nothing to nobody. I said a few things in the trading group, but here's what I told my wife 3 to 4 weeks ago. I said businesses are going to start shutting down. Okay, those who are in the room, here we are. Here goes one of the articles. What does this say right here? Restaurant chains that won't make it through the year. Now, this is just one article, but how many businesses that you already know are already telling employees, hey, stay home, but they're telling you to stay home without pay? How many companies are dependent on these countries that's shutting their borders to get their goods and services? I'll give you an example. My daughter works for a very large company as a cake decorator, okay? And after I met with her last night, and she texted me this morning, and she said the same thing. She said that their company had an emergency meeting. And if I say the company's name, almost everybody in the US will know exactly what company it is. And she texted me this morning and said, Dad, we just had another emergency meeting today because they're limiting the supplies and goods that people can get because the demand is so high and the companies that we get our supplies from are limited. And so therefore they're rationing out the goods and services. Now, again, I told my wife this 3 to 4 weeks ago about the impact of what I see is on its way. And I'm not done, so pay attention to what I'm telling you, because at the end, I'm going to give you some suggestions that you can take and put into execution today. All right? So next, I also told her, I said, babe, and this is just natural, you don't have to be a genius to see this, but if you pay attention, it's just the natural order of things. So I also told her, I said, babe, I really believe that there's going to be a lot of layoffs coming in because how can a workforce be sustained if they can't conduct normal business? Or you understand what I'm saying? For an example, if I decide to open up a cupcake shop, okay, but I get my flour and my cupcake supplies from, let's say, China, but China's goods and services are shutting down, okay? And so therefore, and other companies also with the same supplies. And so since there's a limited supply to go around, I can open up a cupcake store, but I may not have too many cupcakes to sell. And if I ain't got too many cupcakes to sell, how long can I remain in business? If I had 10 employees who are supposed to be shipping out cupcakes all over the world, then how in the heck am I going to be able to pay my employees if I ain't making enough money? Number two, somebody come up in there coughing, what I'm going to tell them? You got to go. Or y'all understand? This is real talk. This is real talk. And again, you don't have to be a genius. You don't have to be a genius. It's just paying attention to the natural flow of what can potentially go wrong and then preparing accordingly. So here's the next thing. I also, and my wife is sitting right here, babe, you remember, and she ain't got to be on camera, but babe, you remember Oh, you can be on camera if you want.
No, that's okay.
Babe, did I not tell you about, what, 3 weeks to a month ago, I had said that, babe, I really believe that sporting events and other big events like, what do you call that? Churches,
Yeah.
amusement parks. I said all these different places, schools.
Yeah.
I told her, I said, babe, schools are going to be shutting down, da 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 da.
They just shut down a school about 30 miles from here, and they said it's shut it down because one of the families at the school, child and their family, are now quarantined at home.
Wow.
So they're taking precautions.
See, I didn't even know that.
And they're moving the spring break up to next week versus next month.
Okay, so my wife, I don't know if you guys heard her, but what she said was, and I didn't know this. See, she just telling me this. She said in our area, there's a school that just got shut down because one of the students got the coronavirus, and so they're shutting down the whole school, and they're moving up spring break.
District.
The whole district.
The whole district.
Oh, dang.
They're moving their spring break up a week so that they can get the school ready and send.
Okay, so basically they're shutting down the whole district because of one student. Okay, so watch this. Yeah. Sporting events. Here's what happened. Watch this. And I told my wife, I said, babe, I don't think they're gonna have all these concerts and sporting events. They're gonna shut down. Look at what happened. Here's what I found last night. NBA reportedly sent memo to teams indicated that they should prepare possibly for games to play games in empty arenas. Watch this. Here's LeBron James. LeBron James said, I won't play if there's no fans. There we go. See, I'm not making this stuff up, but I told her this 3 to 4 weeks ago, and here's articles that's playing out literally right before our eyes in a matter of weeks. Right. Everything that I told, and she's sitting right here, everything that I told her, I said, babe, this is what I think is going to happen. I see it playing out just like this, just like this, just like this, just like this. Okay? Now, here's what's even worse. Now, here's where you need to pay attention. I also told her, I said, babe, with all this slowing down and all this stuff going on, watch this, hear me real doggone good. And literally, those who was on hold, waiting for me to start this meeting, if you were listening to me to what I was playing, I had CNN on. And before I even was able to come on here and tell you guys what I had in my notes, Mayor Cuomo, watch this. Let me pull this over so you guys can see this. See? I got to bring articles. People think you make stuff up. I ain't making nothing up. New York declares state of emergency, and so did California. So I had this article pulled up to share with you guys. However, while you guys were on hold, some of you guys were in early. I don't know if you heard the television. Mayor Cuomo from New York. Here's exactly what he said, and it's right here in my notes, and I typed it up this morning before he even said it. I said the problem, and hear me good, the problem is not the coronavirus right now. I'm going to repeat that again. The biggest scare as to what's causing me to be afraid is not the coronavirus. It is the perception of the coronavirus. The coronavirus. It is the herd, write this term down. It's called herd, H-E-R-D, the herd mentality that is causing me to be afraid, because it's people's perception of the danger of it and their reactions. Many people want to sit there and debate with you. Well, I think it's man-made. Man, I think it's fake. Man, I think it's... This ain't the time to be doing all that debating stuff. Save your opinions for another time, because at the end of the day, whether you think you're right, wrong, whether it's good, bad, it doesn't matter. Because what happens is the herd mentality, meaning the group of thinkers, the public opinion of what their perception of the situation is what's going to destroy your family if you're not prepared. Yeah. So I'm not here to tell you whether it's right, wrong, whether you should wear masks or don't wear masks. Some people say, well, why are you wearing masks? Because it can get into your eyeballs and all this stuff. I don't care. I really don't care. That's not what I'm here to do. That's not my place. Y'all can debate that on your own. That's not my place. My problem is, and hear me good, when people panic, they act irrational. And when irrational thinking takes place, it's hard for that to be slowed down. And you can sit there and debate about whether it's right, wrong, whatever all day long. It really won't matter, because either you're prepared or you're not prepared. Okay, here we go. I told her that I really think there's going to be a shortage of food and drink and supplies. Let me tell you guys what happened literally last night. My wife and I, we went to go shopping, just to hang out and, just to go window shopping, nothing important. But I told her, I said, babe, I know we're supposed to have some hand sanitizer. We use it a lot because we go to the gym. So what I did last night, I said, babe, but I like the hand sanitizer that Bed Bath and Beyond has. Okay? They got that nice smell good fragrance to it, that perfume kind of cologne smell. I went into Bed Bath and Beyond last night. No, what is it called? Bath and Body Works.
Yeah.
Okay? They literally told me not only were they sold out, but they said, would you like to be placed on a waiting list?
Mm-hmm.
I said, what the heck? What the freaking heck? To get hand sanitizer, I have to be put on a waiting list? Are you guys hearing what I'm saying? Look, somebody said toilet paper is empty. Yeah, all this stuff is gone. See, the mass hysteria will cause the issue, not the actual virus itself. So you can debate me, say I'm stupid. I don't really care. That's why I really didn't want to do this. Because again, this ain't what I do at all. This is my first time and probably be my last time unless God put it on my heart to do something different. Okay? And I'm going to give you a list of things that as soon as we close with this, go out and go get it. It don't even matter whether I'm right or wrong. I pray to God that I'm wrong. But to have been correct on, I think I've told you about 8 or 10 different events in a row a month ago, 3 weeks ago. 8 to 10 events, and every single one of them happened within a 3-week period. Now that is what caused me to be afraid, because it's happening much faster than I anticipated. And it hasn't even picked up full steam yet. That's why we're here. Let me finish up. So here's my biggest concerns and what we need to do, just in case. Number one, I strongly think that there's going to be a food shortage. I talked to my daughter, or she texts me, and she's already said that there's already rationing in certain places where they are. There's already a rationing of supplies, which means like she told me, one of the things they couldn't do, you cannot get several cases of water. She said that they're only allowing you to get 2 cases of water and only a little bit of the Lysol wipes and so forth and This is in a major, and again, if you're in the US, I'm telling you, that if I said the name of the company, you all would know what this one is. And I say, oh my God, it's already happening in there. She said, yes. And I said, well, is it just your store? She said, no, it's the whole area, all the stores in that area. They're limiting supplies and boosting prices. Bathroom supplies and protection supplies. As somebody said in here, there's toilet paper and all those kind of things are just gone off the shelves. Okay, so hurry and get some of that. Now, let me give you an example. About 2 weeks ago, I came back from our wedding anniversary vacation. And I said, well, the natural order things, let me get some masks and I'm going to order enough to send over to my kids because they're grown, but they live in another state. I said, let me order some. Do you know I went on Amazon and I had to get them involved? Do you know just to get some masks? Just several boxes, or 6 boxes of 100 of those paper masks each. Do you know they tried to charge me $853? $853 for some paper masks. Are you hearing what I'm saying? So I called Amazon up and I said, cancel that doggone order. Hold on, partner, what's going on, player? And Amazon said, oh, we're going to file a case against this person because the boxes of the masks were only $36 each, but they was charging $100 and something for shipping. Why? Because the demand is so high and it's limited. So I had to go with another company, but it still cost me over $500 to get some freaking masks. Ridiculous. Yes, over 800. I'm not kidding. So this is what I'm saying. As things get worse, I'm seeing that there's going to be a challenge. For us, that don't have to be an issue because we're preparing. Okay, let me keep going. I also told her that water and drinks, it's going to be limited. As I shared with you, it's already happening. Here's another big one. Crime increase, because as people are not able to go to work to make money, and then they're coming late to the party to get their goods and services because they weren't here on this call, what do you think is going to happen? Now, again, I pray to God that I'm completely wrong. But to have told my wife 8 to 10 different events of mass on a mass scale, and every single one of them played out exactly like I said. Hold on, let me bring something else over. Here's what happened. This is what happened in Italy. 16 million people. Here's the article right here on Yahoo News. 16 million people in Italy is quarantined. Also, it talks about sporting events that had got shut down in this article, and it also says even the Pope had shut down their normal services. Didn't I tell you guys? I told my wife several weeks ago. I said even churches and others are going to be affected. Didn't I tell you back?
Yeah.
And again, I'm just a black guy with a baseball hat. Okay, I ain't Nostradamus. I ain't no pastor, preacher, or prophet. I ain't none of that, and I ain't trying to claim to be. I don't even want to do this. But I just felt compelled to do it because this stuff is happening way too fast. And truth be told, y'all, I really feel bad because some of you guys who's in my Super Easy Forex family, some of you guys live out there. And now I feel bad because I should have said this. I was afraid to come forth because this ain't my get down at all. But I was afraid to say anything, so I just told my wife. But then when this started happening, I started seeing all 10 of my events happening rapidly on CNN News and Yahoo all over, and it's just happening too. I said, I better tell them and let everybody talk and say what they want to say about me. I don't give a darn. You do it or don't. Look, it says right here, new decree for regions, ban or public conferences, religious and civil ceremonies like weddings, funerals. Didn't I tell you about movie theaters? Here it is. Cinema, theaters, gyms. Didn't I tell you about the gym? Because we go to 24-hour gym. See, I didn't even see that. See, I told her bars. I told her everything. Ski resorts, museums will be shut down. Schools and universities have already been closed.
Right.
And that will continue. Here's the deal. If you're in the U.S., it hasn't happened yet. And I ain't no Trump supporter. I ain't no Democrat or Republican. Ball them, kiss my behind. Because when I need some help, they ain't gonna shake my personal hand. So I got to protect my family myself. So I ain't no politician. I ain't into politics. But one thing I will say, we bought ourselves a little extra time because we have somebody in the office who's still trying to refuse that this is really a crisis. So therefore, the shutdowns that will possibly be coming our way here in the U.S. ain't happened yet, but you've got a little bit of time. In other places, they're taking it serious, like Italy, and now you have California who called a national state of emergency. You got New York who called a national state of emergency. Listen, it's just a matter of time, in my opinion. Okay? Are you guys hearing what I'm saying? I'm not into politics. I'm into looking at what can happen.
Even Southwest drops revenue estimates at 200 to 300 million because of coronavirus.
Yep, she's telling about the airlines. Did you remember I told you about the airlines? Yeah. I told her, I said, these airlines, they're gonna drop. Do you know one airline company went out of business and many are going to follow? And she just told me Southwest Airlines just reported their guidance and it's collapsing. So there's financial collapse everywhere. Yeah, fly, Peter, thank you. So let me finish up. I also told her that there possibly will be job losses and loss of income. So here's what I told my children last night. Now you do whatever the Lord forgive me, but for real. Because some people, they always trying to talk bad and make fun of everything, no matter what. So if that's you, go and do your business. But for those who are paying attention, here's what I had a conference call with my children. And I told them, here's what I want you guys to do. I said, number one, please y'all get right. Here's where you write. Begin to write right now, okay? Write. Take notes. Number one, I said buy, this is what I told my kids. I said buy dry goods. Don't buy disposable goods like, bologna unless you got a big deep freezer or something, that's cool. But if not, buy dry goods, okay? And storable goods. And I said go out there and do it today. Because if all hell breaks loose, because here's the deal, you guys, truth be told, and let me say this before I give you the list. Truth be told is the only thing that I personally see that can slow this panic down, because again, it's not the coronavirus itself that's causing me to be worried. It's the people's perception of the danger of it. Right. And so therefore the mass hysteria, as this thing continues to get worse, the only thing that will calm the markets and calm people down is if there's a big announcement that there is a vaccine. Now, here's the problem. Many have said the same thing that I was already thinking, that when it comes to vaccines, that typically, even if they found one, it's still going to be at least 6 months to a year. And this is not just me. This was all on CNN and everywhere else who confirmed the same thing, They said it can only be 6 months to a year away because that's how long it takes for it to go through clinical trials before it can go to the market. Now, they may do something different, and praise God if they do. I really hope they do. But if not, we're talking about that means a solution to solve this problem is way far in the distance. And the numbers of people getting infected is gaining speed. Now, the good news is the majority of people who will get it will automatically create antibodies in your own body to kill off the vaccine. Okay, so I'm not worried about the dying part. It's the perception of it that will cause mass hysteria all over the globe. And who can stop that? You can't vote for that. You can't vote a president in to solve that.
Right.
Okay, so here we go. Number one, I said buy rice, bags of rice. Okay, and get you a rice cooker. Rice don't spoil as long as you keep it dry. Okay, beans. Canned goods, storable drinks, and waters, gallons of water. If they ain't selling you those bottled waters, then get the gallons, distilled water, things like that. Okay, and store it up in your garage. Get rid of some of that crap you got stored up in your garage that's taking up unnecessary space, and put some of this stuff away. Okay. I said soap and toiletries. If you can't get it at the big store, start going to the dollar stores and go other places. Okay. Go get what you can. Hand sanitizers and antibacterial soap, wherever you can find it, just put it up. Rubbing alcohol. If you can't find hand sanitizer, guess what they put in hand sanitizer? Alcohol. That's what makes it kill disease. You understand what I'm saying? So guess what? If you can't get hand sanitizer, think about getting some rubbing alcohol. There's plenty of that, and most people ain't thinking about it right now. So therefore, go get what you can and store it up. Oh yeah, somebody said garbage bags. Yeah, get some garbage bags. Okay. Here we go. Water. Get water. Bottled sodas, canned sodas, whatever you can drink. Some people, I'm on a diet. That's why I wanted to say sodas. You know how some people is. Even if death, you dying and thirsty, but it's got too many calories. Girl, this ain't the time to worry about your weight. When you thirsty, you need something to drink. Okay, so if they ain't got no water, get you something to drink. Get you some juice or something and put it up. Okay, this for real. Some people just so. Okay, so noodles. Y'all remember back in the day we had them ramen noodles? Y'all remember that? With the seasoning pack? Well, you know, they may add a few calories. I don't give a crap. When you're hungry, you're hungry. Okay? Because watch this. You cannot put up greens and vegetables and lettuce. It spoils. You want dry goods. Okay? Dry goods. Let me keep going. Last but not least, put your money up. Some of you guys are trying to ball out of control, trying to show off in front of people who really don't even like you in the first place. You know what I learned a long time ago? You know what? You can show off in front of people, and at the end of the day, all you're doing is increasing your haters. So this ain't the time to sit up there trying to buy the most expensive stuff so you can drive down the street and show off in front of people. Who cares? Because when all hell breaks loose, guess what happens? You become a target because you showing that you got something. So guess who they gonna target? This the time to sit low key. And like me, look, I'm just a black guy with a baseball hat. I went to Target, where we go? Ross last night, and I just bought me a baseball hat. Less than $10. That's me balling out of control. I got me a new baseball hat for this show. But I'm gonna put my money up. You feel me? This ain't the time to be showing out because again, if all hell breaking loose and crime increases, because guess what? Ain't nobody making money, and you got all this flashy stuff and you showing what you got, then guess who they gonna come after? But if I'm just an ordinary black guy with a baseball hat and don't nobody know me, you feel me? We gonna keep this simple. I love you guys enough to embarrass myself to do something like this because it really is. This is not my thing. Those of you who've been in my group for how long, you know doggone well, this is not me at all. But I would not be a good dude if I didn't at least warn you guys. Because I really, again, feel bad that I didn't say anything about and didn't do this 2 weeks ago before the situation in Italy. Because I already told my wife, I already see this coming. I told her, and I should have told you guys. But again, people make fun of you trying to do good deeds and all this and that. And then, but look, when I saw that back to back, fire, like rapid fire, bow, 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 everything that I told her, every single day that I was waking up, an article was coming out saying exactly that this is happening. But I was just hypothesizing 3 to 4 weeks ago with her. And somebody said take lots. See, I wasn't gonna say nothing, but somebody said take lots of vitamin C and D. We went to the doctor. My doctor told my wife, "Hey, increase your vitamin D."
And also increase your hydration.
Oh, increase your hydration as well. Drink lots of water.
And also someone even said, be mindful of your meat consumption.
Oh, you want to tell them?
No, you just said it.
Well, you're beautiful, girl. Go on, tell them. She's better at healthy
They
stuff.
were just saying that you need to be careful with your meat consumption.
With your meat consumption.
Increase your hydration and also get more vitamin D. Somebody did a video on YouTube that I thought was very interesting.
Okay, so what she said was that lower your meat consumption and increase your hydration. And then also something that I'm personally doing. Now, again, I ain't no doctor. I ain't telling you what to do. I'm just a black guy with a baseball hat. Do whatever the heck you want to do. But what I'm doing and my wife is doing, we started also taking things to boost the immune system because, again, the coronavirus for many, you will, even if you had it, it will feel like the flu and it will pass. But the ones who are getting killed off right now are the ones who have an unhealthy immune system. Their immune system is low. So I'm taking immune boosters. I'm also taking garlic capsules. I'm also taking oregano capsules. Okay? And I'm drinking a lot of juice, taking vitamins and things of that nature to keep my immune system up. So just in case if I ever do get it, it'll pass on through. And plus you're drinking a lot of water to flush it out your system. Everybody hear what I'm saying? All right. I'm done. I think that's it, huh? Okay, I'm done. I'm out. Y'all do what you want with the information. I'm not even taking no questions. Y'all do what you want with the information. You can share it. Don't share it. Call me a fool. Call me whatever. But don't call me when all hell break loose and then you talk about, you know what, I should have listened. See? So do whatever you want to do. I'm out. Peace and hair grease. For those who's in the Super Easy Forex family, I'll post the trade results from last week, which was phenomenal. I'll post that in a minute, and then I'm out of the door, so you can send emails and all this stuff, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to answer them. And the team, I told them don't answer questions because it's not their responsibility to handle these kind of questions. Either you listened or you didn't listen. I did record this. So YouTube family, thank you guys for tuning in. I'm checking you guys out right now. Have a good day.